How you doing, and welcome back to Undertaker 365. I'm Jacob Vandenberg. I'm a licensed funeral director, and I'm the host of the series. The purpose of this video right now is to disclose to you some information that is a disclaimer about what our series is and what you can expect moving forward. Understanding that we're talking about the funeral industry, there's some extremely sensitive topics that we're going to be covering, and I want you as the viewer to understand that the information I'm disclosing to you is strictly informational. This is my opinion. The opinions that we express are solely coming from Undertaker 365 and me, Jacob Vandenberg, and certainly our field experts that we're interviewing. So with that, I encourage you to read our viewer disclaimer, understand that this is viewer discretion, and that we are covering a lot of sensitive topics, but really we want to be transparent about it and make sure that you understand that we're providing information based upon our opinions. So thank you very much. Hey, and welcome back to Undertaker 365. I'm your host, Jacob Vandenberg. In today's episode, this is episode 6 of our second installment of our reality series on Undertaker 365, starring the Vandenberg family and the staff at the funeral home. Today, the viewer is going to be seeing two key areas in our reality show. One being the final phase of a 6-month-long remodel project of the Tinley Park Funeral Home. You're going to notice the interaction that the Vandenberg family has with the individuals that are remodeling the facility. This is a key and critical area that I believe is important for you to understand, is that the Vandenberg family is consistently trying to beautify and modernize the facilities that they host funeral services in, so that the customers and the guests that come through the doors feel comfortable and that they're a part of a healthy and safe environment. The episode will shift gears when the phone rings at the funeral home and the directors are called out to do a removal at a local nursing facility for a family that called upon their services. This is an interesting step because of the world pandemic and everything that's going on. You're going to notice that it's the first time that Jacob Vandenberg, in this case, had to do something. So really, it'd be interesting to see if the viewers pick up on that during the episode. I hope that you're enjoying it. I hope you're staying safe and healthy, and we'll see you very soon. Enjoy.
The guys were, like I said, just tired. So they'll be back today and figure it out. They couldn't figure out like what this was, and then I got a feeling they were like trying to strip it. Not on purpose, but which I guess it doesn't matter. They can get new ones in there, put it on that side, because that's the side it's going on. It's open up, but they picked them up like it was nothing. He's probably gonna have to have a little gap in here, right? For wood. No? Just put it on wood, you know?
I don't want a gap there.
I feel like I don't know why in my mind I just thought it was gonna be bigger. Maybe we can add in where the garbage can go. Let's do like maybe I hate those things. Those things stink to clean, and we can get rid of those. Get something a bigger garbage can, one that's on wheels, where you can cut out a center of it or something on the granite. We could just dump it in there Rubbermaid.
Too much.
But that way it's kind of enclosed and you don't have to worry about cleanness of that thing. Because look at that thing, it's stainless steel. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I see what you're saying. What? You said that
You still put coffee. You still put sugar and cream and stuff in coffee, Josh.
Yeah.
You still use starters in coffee.
Okay. Well, there's no reason to have an attitude. We're talking here.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I like that or not. Shut up. You were trying to angle up a miter angle. And, where's the case?
I'm not a carpenter.
Clearly.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly. If you put the garbage can here,
Length of the table.
huh? That's the length of a small. Dude, yesterday there was big table over here and two small tables over there. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of food in here, but still. We'll see what Dad says. See what he says, and then we'll just do whatever you want to do, because
This is true. Here, stop looking at him.
Dad, we just had a full-blown fight.
No.
Yep.
Got the OCD kicked in this morning, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. It's all cleaned up. Looks good, huh?
Yeah.
That's good, yeah. Let him go up there and.
I was.
Well, let him go up there and show you how he's a big carpenter now. You gotta frame this in here, and you gotta box it in.
Two ways of doing things. Jake's way and your way. The right way.
Yeah. Okay.
Paul's gonna be here in 10 minutes.
Jake, you better figure this out now. What he's got going in his mind doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
So, I was just being smart ass. I put the table there because,
I understand.
you know. What do you want to do here? How do you want to lay this out?
What do you mean?
We don't gain a lot of counter space. We gain a small little table that we have up here, you know. I thought the idea of it all was to kind of gain a little bit more, and then we thought that it was probably going to come down to like right here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of short something here now. So what do we do?
The garbage can's gonna go there.
Right.
Yeah. So the countertop.
So Dan, you're telling me
the countertop's coming from here
right,
all the way over. And we're gonna end it like right here on this tile.
right. So then the garbage can would just go there.
So yeah, then you have the garbage can would be recessed underneath.
Okay. So you're telling me that you wouldn't want to bring this thing down here, move this one to here, and then put the garbage can right here, right? You just kind of look kind of goofy.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You want it on the end, right?
Yeah. Why does the garbage can need to be there?
Go ask your son. I don't know.
Why, is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
No, I think it should be here.
Right.
Just for access alone, when we have a wake going on and we need to empty the garbage,
Sure.
there's going to be people in front of the coffee pot, there's going to be people in front of the refrigerator. There's not going to be anybody here.
Right. He had a point about the coffee. I said, you gotta take your coffee and cream and you come down over here, you put it in here, throw your trash in the garbage can there. You know? But I also said you could have a little small garbage can there.
Yeah.
A small one where somebody's not gonna come over here with a plate
Correct.
and throw the plate in there.
That's right.
You go to that one.
Mhm.
But I was like, coffee only.
There's going to be more garbage here and stuff to throw out because this is where the food stuff's going to be.
Right.
You're gaining counter space no matter what. If the coffee pot, I don't put the coffee pot in the middle behind the sink. It doesn't matter. But it was about trying to gain counter space.
Right. So we can't edit here. But I also did say that too. I said, well,
Where's the
maybe.
door for the other one?
That's kind of an issue. So
What do you mean it's an issue?
it's right here.
What? It won't open
No.
because of the.
The guys got here at 6 o'clock last night. So
Okay.
they had a bad day. They were behind.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
They come in here, and I said to him, I go, hey, you guys got to make sure that they're going together. He's like, yeah, I got you. And I know what you're talking about. So he started to take this thing off, and didn't have the right tool. Imagine that. You gotta have the right tool. So they're supposed to be here today. sometime this morning. So that's it.
Okay.
You can do this, right? For sure. That's what we talked about. And I think no chairs. I don't think you throw anything right here. It's just come over and eat your sandwich.
I'm fine with that.
I think that's about. The more stuff you throw in here, it's gonna be smaller and smaller.
I agree.
So I think maybe just a counter ledge, a little ledge there. And then he's gonna do the second home here, right? Let's do it. He's gonna do that. Have a look around in there. We're gonna do this right now. If we don't do it now, it'll be on the back burner, and then do it. I'll tell him. That way it's all done.
Whatever. You like spending his money.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Place looks pretty clean, huh?
Looks very nice.
Yeah, it's here at 7:30.
OCD.
Couldn't sleep last night. I hate this system, Dad.
I hate computers, Josh. So, apparently,
And my heart pains.
the door, I don't know, they're supposed to come back and hang this door today. They needed a different tool or something. So, we want to go, obviously, from here to here. We talked about doing 2 pieces, right? And you were going to put the seam right here? Yeah, wherever you have to. See, then we're going to have the coffee pot's going to be over that seam, so I kind of like that better. There's no weight there enough.
This is it. You put a new cabinet here or what?
We moved that one. There was a half one here,
Yeah.
so we took this full one from here, where the dishwasher is, put it there.
I'm gonna bring a piece of paper.
Back to the paper.
Can I bring my truck all the way?
Yeah, pull right up to the front door, sir, bro. Thank you.
It's one of those days, Dad.
I can see that.
It's one of those days I'm gonna need to skin at 9 o'clock in the morning.
I can see that. I'll be out by noon,
Just like yesterday.
just like yesterday.
Not me. I work till 5 o'clock every day. Yesterday was 6:30.
Overtime. You get overtime for that.
Yeah. Overtime. Overtime. All while Jake's at home. Cuddle up on his couch. I'm over here slaving away.
Jake Gary.
I'm
He was the one
starving.
that was in the field position yesterday.
I'm starving. My stomach's going crazy.
Sure.
Steak and shake.
Did you call the flooring company?
Yes.
What'd they say?
I didn't call him, I emailed him. That's the best way to get a hold of him.
I'm gonna take this fridge, put it in the garage. I'll put it on your back.
We can do that.
Yeah, I basically just did that, didn't I?
Yeah, that's why I
Did
said
you
wanna
jump
put
on
it
my back?
You hear this? You hear this?
Oh, God. I knew I was working with my brother. I didn't realize I was working with my child.
Get away from me. You're pissing me off. Stop it.
Hey, what do you think about no chairs here? Just a little ledge. Eat your sandwich, cookies. Have a cup of coffee.
I mean, the problem is what are we gonna do with the weight? So he's saying maybe put an end cap here in wood.
Because they got it right there, support, you know.
And then what are we gonna do down there? Same thing?
Here, just put it
All the way against the wall?
here probably we put it support like a 2x4 or something,
Okay.
you know. And we go
Bracket, use a bracket almost.
16 inches. The total, you know, the piece, you know.
16 inches out. So you were thinking 14.
Yeah.
13?
13.
Yeah, 13 wide, and then we'll go all the way to that corner, right? Because we got to pick up that weight somewhere. And then I got to get Kevin over here to see what Kevin thinks we can do. As far as support, what can we have to pick up the weight somehow. We can't just put we can't just put a metal bracket here and a metal bracket there. That's not going to carry that weight.
One support in the wall and the other one right there in the.
Yeah, but wood. I'm talking wood.
Yeah.
Instead of just metal. You know, originally I was talking about doing like just a couple of L brackets. That's not going to cover that weight though. It won't pick up the weight. Too much weight. Somebody leans on it and the thing pulls out of the wall.
Well, you need to go to see in Home Depot. They selling a strong, the metal strong. How do you call it in English?
For granite
Yeah.
supports.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Okay, I'll go look. I mean, I think Kevin can do it easily. I'll go find those supports at Home Depot now. See what he's
available. I mean, yeah, if he's available.
I'll make them available.
Alright, man, there's a whole fry. I got you one.
I don't want.
There's a whole french fry right here.
I don't want them.
The next day,
I actually have our 2020 pamphlets. So this is just kind of what we have new, what's going on. So our new image medallions, which is a good thing.
Those are the ones we've set the lid.
Yeah, so you can do the corner or the cat panel
Oh, okay.
version of it. Also, I don't know if you knew, our corner or our medallions and the symbol corners are now interchangeable. So if you want because these used to be just corners, now you can put them in the cat panel, and these can
They're
go.
magnetic now, right? They used to be the little hook.
They come with an adapter. You can get it
Got
either way. Yep.
Okay.
And then our keepsake medallions, you can get like the image as well on there, and then if they have like a signature or handwriting, we can get that engraved on the back.
Oh, nice. So these are the medallions, the same for the caskets. They work for the urns as well.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, feel free to take a look. And I think did I drop off military?
Yeah,
think
yeah, I got those on my desk.
Okay.
Those are sharp.
Cool.
What else is going on? How's our friend Michelle?
She's doing well.
Yeah.
She'll be back. So this is my second to last week. So yeah, next week's my last week, and then
And you're
she should
back
be
to your normal route.
There's territory open in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Ah.
So I'll be moving there next.
Holy
I'm not
cow.
sure what's gonna happen. But,
Well, that's exciting.
yeah.
That's a good area. I mean, it's still pretty. It's a strong area, I would think.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a very high cremation, but
Is it really?
yeah.
That's shocking to me. I
Because
mean, like,
the Grand Rapids, Lansing, it's more
Oh.
inner city.
yeah.
or-
Okay.
But yeah, when you get out,
It covers. Does it come down south? That district come down the south a little bit along the lake, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's where my family is kind of originally from. Is kind of the Benton Harbor area. Anyway,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm still trying to get familiar with the area.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, you're from Indiana, right? Yeah, you're from Batesville, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the connection we had? You said you knew
So
somebody.
my
recently?
cousin married Dennis Warren.
That's what it is. Oh yeah, from hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Denny Moore.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I knew there was something. So
Yeah. He lives in Plainfield.
Hmm.
Now, so
cool.
two boys.
Well, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah. Appreciate the time.
Absolutely. I think we had at least one. Didn't they have one unit when you were? I think I had a unit not too long ago from you guys.
Yeah,
You don't get the memo on that?
No, it all goes to Michelle.
Ah,
It's
okay.
happening.
All right. Well, anyways,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Appreciate it.
yeah, we'll keep using. We use the Meaningful Selection series, and then
Okay.
working on it. It looks great. We love it. So,
Awesome.
all right. Best of luck to you.
Shake.
All the best. Take care.
Yeah,
Thanks, Jake.
have a good one.
Bye bye. So IFDA just sent another email talking about, I guess, what to do regarding the COVID-19. And this is regarding mass gatherings of all events for 10 plus people should be canceled or held virtually. What it says in black and white. So that, I guess, raises a question for what we're going to do for the service on Saturday. You know, the family wants to have a private, immediate family service on Saturday. What if we staggered the times and allowed 10 people from 9 to 11, or 9 to 10, 9 to 9:30, and then another 10 people from 9:30 to 10, and we just rotated them out?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're calling for. I mean, how do you go and do something completely different and risk everything else?
I don't know.
What about maybe reaching out to other funeral homes and kind of all coming together here and trying to figure all this out, what we're all going to do? I mean, people are going to continue to die, and
Right.
we're going to need to, we all need to stick together, I guess, you know? I mean, I think that would be the best way to figure out what everybody else is going to do.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for it. I mean, I really, this is crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So, all right. Well, I'm gonna call the family and walk through what are the options. So, we'll take it from there. So I'm putting together kind of a checklist of items that I believe the funeral home needs to consider, given the circumstances and guidelines that are being put in place by those CDC. So first, they're talking about virtual arrangements. We already have the capabilities of doing that. It's a no-brainer. Live broadcasted visitations. So if a family wants to continue the path of having a full visitation open to the public, we have the capabilities of broadcasting live via our Facebook page. We also are running into the scenario where I'm working with their family
Yeah.
to have immediate family come in on Saturday, 10 people at a time, to pay their respects to their father and their grandfather, and then doing the burial to follow. So I believe that families are put in such a difficult position to make a decision. We need to incentivize them and understand that we feel their pain and understand that they need to have closure still, so that moving forward, any cases of families that were called for our service that still want to choose the traditional burial route, that we offer to them our embalming, casketing. They can purchase a casket. We allow for immediate family only to come in and do a viewing, meaning identification, understanding that this is the person that's passed. Those will be a segmented period of time given the guidelines from the CDC, and then continue with the burial. Take it a step further. Following the lifting of the guidelines, following the end of this virus, Vanderbilt Funeral Home offers to the families that we service during that time a free memorial visitation at the funeral home to allow for the public to come in and pay their respects for that person that passed away. I don't know any other way to get around the feeling that somebody's going to have by not having people come and say, you know, I'm sorry that your mom or your dad passed away. I'm sorry that your husband or your spouse or your wife passed away. I mean, we're really putting on some serious it's putting a serious amount of stress on families already that are going through a stressful time with the passing of somebody. So how do we alleviate a little bit of that stress from them? And I think that if we have the capabilities of allowing for a space available for them following the end of this pandemic, I think it's our responsibility to do that. I mean, I'm open to suggestions. I mean, the financial end of it is the financial end of it, right? I mean, it is the economics are not going to make sense for us. However, we still have a job to do. We still have a duty to serve. And if we have a building that's available, I don't see why we're not going to be offering those services when we get the all clear. we need to do something to curb the uncertainty that people are having
Right.
on how we approach the service.
We would have to definitely, if we were to do this, we would have to, it wouldn't be, the family telling us, that, oh, I want to have it on July 5th. I want, it's going to have to be us by going, kind of a week in advance of when we're going to be doing this, because we're going to have double the workload now from, current day to past services. You're going to throw all that in the mix here once the virus goes bye-bye. Just something to think about. That the workload is going to be double then. I'm okay with that. I just, again, it's, you talked about it earlier about serving a family and how they're feeling about losing a loved one and not having that closure. We're definitely going to offer that to them by doing this, but
Yeah, because like in this particular circumstance, we have a World War II veteran. Okay,
right.
I mean, we're not able to fulfill the honor that that veteran deserves in a public setting,
Right.
and this might give an opportunity to the family.
Not everybody would do that too.
No, and that's probably true. But I'm just, what I think it's important is that they understand that that's a service that we're offering, right? That we're not just kind of closing the door following the burial. Well, that we're understanding.
And again, it could be it doesn't have to be a full service. It could just be a 2-hour memorial service, and then they go to lunch. They can go.
Yeah, because that's a whole other thing that we're not even thinking about. Is
Right.
that like the services that we're currently scheduling? They're not having any memorial luncheons following their service because they're not allowed to. They're not allowed to have a gathering that has an opportunity to practice their faith.
Right.
So I have to assume that the Catholic Church is going to have to do something. Vandenberg Funeral Home. Well, actually, ma'am, the visitation is no longer happening because of the situation surrounding around COVID-19. There is a private family viewing scheduled, but that information is being dispersed by the immediate family themselves. Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye. So, I'm comfortable telling families if they call for service that that's something that we're going to do. And that's something I believe the Catholic churches are going to allow, following post-mortem, following somebody being buried, opening up the church to allow for a memorial mass. So we could say, hey, we'll throw in a 2-hour, not throw in, but we'll conduct a 2-hour public visitation before your funeral mass. Or if you want to do it the night before, we'll do that too. I mean, the point of it is that people still need to have people from the public that want to pay their respects.
Right.
Case in point, what just happened on the phone here.
Right.
So we have the ability to do that, and I think it's our obligation to do it. So I think that's something that if you get calls, let them know that's what we're looking at doing, and that nothing is formally structured yet. However, we've spoken to the owners and obviously management, and that's something that we're going to implement.
Okay.
So.
Kind of quiet in the funeral today. I feel like I'm the only one working.
It's not like we have anything going on. We only have a service to set up for tomorrow. My little brother's hurt. He hurt his back, so he's, the end of the world is happening. We're a little nervous today. Apparently the governor of the state of Illinois has set up a press conference at 3 o'clock updating the residents of this fine state on the issues that are surrounding COVID-19. And that's got a couple of us on edge. There's been a lot of rumors floating around there about what could potentially happen next. How does it impact the funeral business? I can tell you that the family we're working with for our service tomorrow is calling every other hour trying to get updates. Are you having the service? Are we not having the service? I know that we have to operate underneath the guidelines that are set forth by the state officials and CDC and federal government. So it's just kind of creating a little bit of an issue for us today. So I don't know. We'll keep pushing through.
Action.
Get out of here.
Action.
What are you doing? How you doing, Josh?
Not good.
Hurting, huh? So you're going to see Martha?
Martha. Facebook Live this. So I could offer it as a service if the family wants to still have a public visitation.
So there's nobody here? The whole place is just
No,
a body?
I invite 10 family members, immediate family only. They come in, pay their respects, and then that's it.
And it's just a picture of the body for 8 hours?
No, I would only do for like one. I would only have offer 1 hour visitations. Just make it a part of the thing. So the other thing we talked about yesterday is that, for instance, people for Saturday,
Yes.
we're gonna do, starting at 9, we're gonna start the first 10 people to come in, 30-minute increments. 10 people in, 10 people leave. The next 10 people to come in 2 minutes after that, after we wipe down everything, we'll wipe down all the handlebars and door handles and all their other nonsense. We'll do that for 2 hours. And then we're gonna meet at the cemetery. But the cemetery just put out a press release.
10 people
yesterday,
only.
10 people only coming from the Archdiocese, so, and it's gravesite, we already set it up for gravesite, so this is gonna be immediate family there. I offered to them already that, he's a World War II veteran,
Yes.
it's a fairly large family, right?
Uh-huh.
That when this passes, we're going to offer a memorial service for them at no additional charge.
Okay, I understand.
Around our own, we'll set it around our own
Convenience.
our own convenience and guidelines, and it won't be,
So there's no military honors then?
no.
Did that program
No.
cease?
No, I haven't even addressed it. I just assumed that, and as I explained to him, I said, it's kind of a public scenario. You want that to be a public ceremony. You want that presentation to be public.
Yeah, but I mean, folding of the flag and doing presentation is not. That could still happen at any time.
I understand that, but why would I do that for a graveside service for 10 people when there's 50 people in the family?
I understand.
So that's why I
what
think
I'm
that
saying
having
is
a
if
memorial-
if you're going to do a memorial service at a later date that's open to the public, then you can arrange at
That's-
that point in time.
Yes, that's why I'm suggesting it.
Okay. I got it.
The next day,
Alright, so there's literally a first time for everything. I have never had to take my temperature before entering a nursing facility to pick up a decedent. This is this whole viral scare is it's really causing a lot of havoc. And you know, I understand what the facilities are trying to do. They're trying to protect their patients and their staff. But really, it's man. Besides the inconvenience factor of it, which is, you know, not the end of the world. It's I don't know. I don't feel comfortable putting my mouth on thermometer that multiple people are doing. You know, but what are my options? Not to pick up the individual. You know, they don't have the equipment to use an infrared thermometer. It's just, and then having to go around the back and have to go around some side door, and it just, man. I was wondering if this is getting carried away a little too much here. So much uncertainty. Hopefully it reels in and we all go about our business once again.
Right.
He's locked it.
No. Let me go. Hi, how are you?
I'm all right.
It lifts and burns so well. 80% of women said procedures can wait. Burning booster serum for second. It only takes a second for an everyday item to be more dangerous. Tide Pod's Suicide Pack helps keep your mom and pets in a safe place and your cat safe. Keep them up, keep them close, keep them safe.
So, inside the facility here, and I'm here to take this individual in their care of the funeral home. And what we're doing is what we call the removal process. And what we have here is what we consider a stretcher. Transportation cot has two seatbelt like straps. We also brought some sanitation products with us today. It's being recommended to do so through the funeral industry. So this is the part that I was telling you is a little bit different than normal. This cloth here is considered what we call Wibril. It's a special type of material that we use to help with disinfectant. And this is disc spray made by Dodge, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a disinfectant spray made specifically for funeral industry, and it's highly effective in killing a lot of the germs and bacteria that may or may not be a situation that we run into. So what they're recommending is that we cover the orifice, also known as the mouth in this particular scenario. The reason we do that is because when somebody passes away, they still have air in their lungs. And when you move somebody, the lungs may expel the air that's left inside, causing there to be droplets and potentially virus, flu virus, or any other type of bacteria or flu into the air. Hence the reason why we're wearing our respirator masks, the gloves, but also this spray, and it would be to stop that. So we're just taking some precautions, that's all. Thank you. Thank you. How we going, man? Take care, man. Okay, so we're back in the car. We have the individual in our care. Shockingly, I was surprised. Well, first of all, the professional staff at the nursing facility is exactly that. They're very professional, and they're going about their day as though it's any other day. So that's promising. You know, in this particular circumstance, it's kind of tough to see the residents of the facility that are inside and knowing that their loved ones aren't able to come inside to view or to visit with them, and they're depressed and down, and that's horrible. It's a horrible situation, and you know, the vulnerability of the senior community, particularly in this viral season with this COVID-19 flu season for that too. It's tough. It's a tough situation. It's tough to keep facilities clean to the standards to keep those viruses out. As I mentioned earlier, lucky for us is that we treat it as though that we know that there is viruses, and you know, we got to safeguard ourselves and our staff and our families from those potential healthcare issues. So, you know, we treat the situation as though it's something that we need to protect ourselves from, and that's just the way we do business, and it's the way that most of us want to conduct business. Do it to a high level of service, high level of quality, and we're gonna be on our way home. Gary left for the day. Put in his 2 hours of working. Well, there you have it. I hope that you enjoyed the first ever reality series television show shot here at Vandenberg Funeral Home. I'm Jacob Vandenberg, host of Undertaker 365. Well, I hope you're excited about what you just saw. You're going to see a lot more of that coming out here every Thursday. We're going to be posting at 2 o'clock. It's going to be a reality series. It's going to be the interview series. We're just going to keep inundating you with more information regarding the funeral industry, the wacky and wonderful world of the Vandenberg family here at Vandenberg Funeral Home. So if you like what you see, please don't hesitate to like and follow our page. Follow us on our website, Undertaker365.com, hashtag Undertaker365. You can find us all over the internet.
it is my goal and our goal to continue to flood you with funeral information and industry news. As you can see, we got branded material now. Our microphone systems are branded. We're working with our friends at Disrupt Media. So they're helping us with Facebooking and getting all this information out there. So big shout out to them. And then to close this first reality series and encompassing how we've been shooting this first episode underneath the guidelines of the CDC and all this craziness that's going on throughout our globe, this episode will be sponsored by our friend Hand Sanitizer. I can tell you that we use this religiously. The entire family does, and this is just a small little helping of what we have here at Undertaker 365. Keeping us and our families healthy and safe is number one priority. Because if we're not, we can't bring the show to you. So look forward to seeing you at the next episode. We'll talk to you then. Have a good one.